Give it to me. Give it to me. Give it to me. Let's get together. Right now. Hey baby, let me stay. I don't care what your friends are about to say. Hey, what your friends all say is fine, but you can't compete with this pillow talk of mine. This pillow talk of mine. I'm pleading to you. Hey baby, let me see. You got me begging, boy, I'm down on my knees. What your friends all say is fine, but you can't compete with this pillow talk of mine. This pillow talk of mine. I'm pleading to you. I'm talking to you. I'm pleading to you. I have no regrets. You have nothing to fear. I will be your first. Your last.
ولی دارن حرف میزنن من اونوری ست کرده بودم.
I am everything that you need. Tonight. You're gonna get it tonight. Let's talk.
It's not easy being the one everyone counts on to keep your operation running. That's why at Grainger, we're here for you with professional-grade industrial supplies and fast delivery. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
over here to me. I know you don't want no commitments, baby. I just wanna set your body free. And I don't care what's going on in the night outside my door. I just wanna get your head right, baby. Give you all the love I got for sure. So baby, if you've got that feeling, you know I wanna give you that midnight healing. Oh, I just wanna make love to you all night long. Midnight healing, baby. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
All right, everybody, welcome to the show. Hang on, let me just do a quick audio check. Let me make sure I have everything good. Check, check. 1, 2, 1, 2. Oh, my God. Come on, Facebook. So, okay, we're ditching that and we're picking up X. Let's go right to X. X should bring in the stream. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, come on, X. Where are you? Let's go. Okay. Check, check. 1. Okay. All right. What's good, everybody? Sorry if I don't see you on shit. Okay. What's good, y'all? Welcome to the show. Today is Wednesdays. You know what we do on Wednesdays? We have super community shows. We have community shows, but today is special collaboration with Super Community show. We have the Polygon Alliance community today, and so we have I think 4 or 5 artists, as well as we're going to speak for a few artists. We have a video as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring up Dave, who is the head of the Alliance, and we're gonna let's bring him up now. Hang on. Okay, there he is. All right, great. Excellent. Dave, hang on 1 second before I introduce you. Okay, good. Okay. Let's go. Come on, buddy. Come on. Summer, let's go. Come on. Thank you. Okay, very good. All right, Dave. What's up, Dave? Say hello to everybody.
Good evening. Well, it's good evening for me. I know this is a global live show, but thank you very much for having us, Mark. I appreciate it a lot, you guys, and the Links by Arts Super Community. It's awesome to be here.
Dave, we're going to get this thing started. Why don't you introduce yourself, give everybody a little quick introduction to who you are, as well as a little bit of a brief history. Why don't you talk about everything that's going on with you and introduce yourself. Go ahead, Dave. Take it from here.
Thank you. I'm just sort of a community guy, really, and I came across the NFT space about 3.5 years ago, and there was a lot of creators on Polygon, a lot of creatives and artists on Polygon that were struggling to find support. And I've been hosting a Twitter Spaces since October 2021 to try and uplift artists and creatives in and around this space. It's been a fascinating journey, and Polygon Alliance started at the end of 2021 as a hub almost for people to celebrate themselves. Really, it's been a really interesting journey. We don't charge anything. We don't have a collection out there. We just want to be a place that supports people. And I've met so many incredible people on that journey, and we've been able to do some incredible things. We've raised over $10,000 for charity in the last 3 years with 3 different charity events, and we support community events. So like Women in Tech coming up on the 8th of March, trying to offer support to creators, creatives in and around the space. The main home for us at the moment is kind of my Twitter Spaces on X, or my X Spaces, which we host Monday, Wednesday and Friday, 2 till 4 p.m. EST, which we've cancelled tonight to be here with you instead, Mark.
Put the pressure on me, Dave. I think for me, in my opinion, something strange that I was thinking about is you had mentioned artistic alliances, and we must have known each other for a very long time. I remember the days of artistic, and she was so adamant about Polygon, and at that time I didn't know what Polygon was. I was just learning for the very first time about all of the of Web3 and everything that's taking place. And so for me, and then I was thinking last night, and you mentioned her, and I said, I wonder if that was, during that time period of space. And I'm like, man, Dave's been around for a while, almost about the same time that I've been around. However, you got active very quickly. You got active with a community, and that's kind of what I was walking into during that time, was a lot of communities. So me and Sketch share the super community as well as HOP. Are very appreciative of you taking the time out and coming on the show, and kind of moving around what you guys were doing for us, because we want to put the spotlight on you guys right now. So Dave, maybe starting back from the very beginning, maybe I could just tap into your brain a little, and I could ask you. During that time period, you obviously saw the need for a community. A community is a lot of extra work. I believe you're also an artist as well, and so to take on this workload, you must have saw a need for this. And I was just kind of curious what sparked the inspiration to have you create this community.
Yeah, so exactly what you said. Everything was so gated when I joined this space June, July, August 2021, and as I found more people and projects on Polygon, they were struggling to get their voices heard. They were struggling to be allowed up to speak on different X spaces. So we set up a very, very specific Polygon artist and project focused spaces in October 2021. And it kind of grew from there. And then off the back of that, there was a couple of people that they're not as involved in the space anymore, unfortunately. But there was a couple of people that set up the website. It's down at the moment. I need to get on fixing that. I'm not quite sure what's wrong with it. But yeah, we set up the website, which was kind of like a hub and an opportunity for creatives to have a profile or another place to sort of celebrate and share themselves. And yeah, you're right. It's a huge amount of work. It's more than Polygon now. It's far bigger than Polygon now, the community that we've built, and it's spread out all across the blockchain. And a lot of the people that you and Sketchlight have been speaking with are people that were in that community in the early days. A lot of the artists moved to Tezos because the support wasn't there from Polygon. The infrastructure wasn't there with regards to the marketplaces and things like that. So they found it difficult to promote their work. And whilst we've got some decisions to make with Polygon Alliance and how we move forward with that, and there's a few people that have been key to growing it out to this point who are still involved. We've got Vans, who's been on the show before and will be on again later today. Jay Stansfield, who's not so active on X anymore. My Creative Owls, who's built out Webby Social as a community platform as well, or as an individual platform. So it was a core group of community that did kind of see that need and wanted to offer support to artists and creatives essentially, and we pushed forward from there. We've hosted several events. We've supported a lot of other events that have been hosted by people throughout the community, and we've raised a substantial amount of money for charity, considering there's nothing really behind this other than time and effort and good people.
Dave, could you maybe from the beginning, right? Because there's two different perspectives, right? I kind of landed in the NFT space. I often call it, I don't know if you ever saw the film. It was an Amazon film. It was called Tomorrow's War, right? And they went back in time, and they went and recruited a bunch of people to fight, right? And then the way they introduced them into this is through time travel, and then you just kind of got dropped into this like chaos, right? And so very first time jumping on Spaces, for me, trying to figure out what the NFT world was about, trying to figure out what art was about, it was clearly developing through 2020, 2018, 19, 2020. And then, I kind of blew up in that 2020, 2021 time period. And so I felt like I just, trying to figure it out and jump in and learn. It was a surprise, it was like chaos. And here you are building a community, and I don't even know what's going on yet. So maybe starting back from that time period and then bringing us into this period of present. Maybe you could talk about some of the events, maybe some of the things that Polygon has done. I mean, you have mentioned you've raised money for charities. Maybe you could just go through a little bit of a list of everything that you guys have done during this time period since then.
Well, thank you. Yeah, there's been a lot, but it's difficult to always remember that and sort of attach tangibility to it. But the Polygon showcases, which were events hosted by Creative Owls and supported by us, were to celebrate artists, and there were 6 different iterations of that event through 2022 and 2023, and that's kind of moved on a little bit, and again is sort of more encompassing of the entirety of the NFT and artistic space rather than just Polygon. And Polygon Alliance will say we kind of want to move the same way. So we supported those 6 different events. We've supported the Women in Tech events, which is hitting its fourth year of hosting on International Women's Day. And then we've hosted 3 charity events ourselves to support a charity called Let's F Cancer, which is based primarily in the United States. There's been a lot of people that have been impacted. Everyone's impacted by cancer in one way or another, unfortunately. And this is a charity that wants to support people that are going through it as much as potentially supporting research and things like that. So they help people that are dealing with cancer in the moment. They help make sure people get to appointments. They help with food. They help with bills. They help with a lot of awareness and things like that as well. So they're the main things that we've done, and we've hosted, as I said, we've hosted 3 different events for that and raised in the reach of about $12,500, I think, somewhere around that figure across those 3 events. Yeah, it's been an interesting journey, and hosting an event like that where you're raising money for charity is massive. You raise that sort of level of money on a digital event. There's a lot of hard work, a lot of effort, a lot of time, and a lot of incredible people that have supported that to allow it to happen. So yeah, and then the Spaces just backing it up the whole time, trying to create an open floor platform where anyone's welcome. We all know that it's difficult to get into certain spaces at certain times, and it's difficult for solo artists to feel welcomed and to have a platform where they're able to talk about what they've got going on. And that's what we wanted to provide. And so we've had hundreds and hundreds of people come through our spaces over the last 3.5 years to talk about what they're doing and share their work and share their expressions. And that goes from independent artists and creatives all the way up to sort of bigger PFP projects and people that are doing other things like DeFi stuff. So yeah, just trying to encompass the whole spectrum of the crypto, NFT, and DeFi space to offer support to people who might not think it's there.
Okay. Dave, the future, right? The present and the future. They say you shouldn't focus too much on the past because then you'll live in it. The future as well. Try not to focus too much on what's going on, what's going to happen, because then you're distracted from the present. They always say focus on the present. But what I'd like to talk about is presently, what are your thoughts on the current situation as far as, do you feel the communities are getting stronger? The NFT, I mean, you've seen, the NFT world from when it was, really hot, and then we hit the bear market, things kind of slowed down a little. And now we're kind of, artists, meme coins, PFP projects have kind of fallen a little to wayside. But, there are some very successful PFP projects as well, but not as much as there used to be back in that 2020, 2021 time period. And then we hit the bear. Things kind of got slow. A lot like you mentioned, a few people, did not, some people disappeared. And so you're here, right? And it's proven, right? Because you guys have been building not only through a bear, and now, looks like there's a little bit of unstableness. Everybody's not sure if we're heading to a bull, a bear. But your thoughts on, the coming from a very hot time period, still building through a very slow period. And now you're still here and you're still working and you're still pushing hard. You're still creating and building with vans. And so just your take on everything that's taking place right now. Do you feel that we'll ever return to that time period of 2021? Or, what are your thoughts on the whole ecosystem as a whole right now?
That's a big question, Mark. That's a real big question. I think it's got easier for artists. They might not agree so much, but I think there are more tools. It's easier for people to be brought into the places where art is being sold. There aren't as many hurdles for new people coming if they want to buy things. And I think artists are, they're more able to focus on building their brand and building their platform as an artist rather than having to fit into a particular ecosystem. So I think back in 2021, when there was all the hype about, Bored Ape Yacht Club, essentially at the start of 2021, and then that ran through till, at some point in 2022 until we saw the drop off. But artists almost had to fit into a niche. They had to be on a chain. They had to be in a specific place and they had to grow and build there. And I don't feel that that's the case so much anymore. So there's a lot more freedom for artists and a lot more ability for them to be able to sell their work on different chains without being judged by communities. At least that's my perception. And I think that the tools that are around to support on-chain art and what people want to do within that are better. They're not perfect and there's still a way to go, but they're a lot better than they were. So I think the artists that have been building their brand, making a name for themselves, showing their content and doing it consistently, I think there's a good chance that we'll see not their output, but we'll see their more growth for them this year. And I do believe that there'll be more interest in art on chain again, following into what's supposed to be a bull run at the moment. And it kind of is, right? You've got to remember that Bitcoin was like 16K, 18K 2 years ago, 2 and a bit years ago. So we're now with Bitcoin hovering around 90K, and that's going to drive people into the market this year. And then they're going to find artists that are active and are doing things and being part of communities like what you guys are doing with, you know, yourself and Sketchlight, what Vans is doing with the Women in Tech events and all of this sort of stuff. So yeah, my prognosis or outlook is good and positive, even if it feels tough and difficult at times for artists.
You always hear and see the meme coin guys in the trenches. We're in the trenches. I'm gonna start saying that about all the artists and communities. We're in the trenches right now, building, and so through your perspective, right? Obviously, over the period of time, you've seen Polygon. You've seen Tezos Object, right? And now AVAX creating some noise. I believe with Salvor or Arena, right?
Salvor for artists is the place to be on Avalanche or AVAX.
I know Arena is going on. Then you have bass, right? And you have rodeo and remix. And so you have a lot of experience over the course of time. You've seen a lot of different chains, a lot of different marketplaces, a lot of different cryptocurrencies where people are building. I was just, I was kind of curious, being a community leader and having to make sure that your community stays on point. Does it ever pose a difficulty, all these marketplaces? I mean, a few shut down as well, a few closed their doors, a few are still open, and there's a few out there that are doing very, very well. So how does a community manager juggle all of this, right? How do you advise? What are your thoughts on all of these platforms opening, closing, it's just another blockchain, another marketplace. And a lot of times people jump to what's hot, right? So how does a community leader deal with this?
I try and encourage people to not jump down the speculation and the hype and the FOMO route. I think that might lead to short-term success, but it doesn't lead to long-term recognition, long-term building of your own brand. And a big part of what we do in our spaces on Mondays is talk about the different ways that people can build their business. So it's sort of sharing information about marketing that's more than just getting your product seen. Talk about sort of customer retention, customer flow, user journeys, things that people can be doing to be building their own websites and driving people to their own platform. And that's where I was talking about the tools being better. I feel that it's easier to drive people to your platform rather than having to be an artist on a platform that I mean, how many have we seen that have shut down over the last 3 or 4 years, where people have built a user base that's been directly linked to the platform, and when the platform's gone, they've lost a huge amount of their visibility, their site. Yeah, a lot of hard work. And so for us, it's about encouraging people to drive people to their own places, essentially, and trying to make sure that they're building, as artists or as creatives, that they're building their own websites, their own hubs that they're in control of, and places where they can push people, and then making it easy for their potential customers or users or community, or however they want to phrase it, but trying to make it as easy as possible for people to come on board to what they're doing, whether it's buy their art, whether it's be part of the events they're hosting or the platforms that they're putting out there. Just make it as easy as possible, and hoping that we can support people to not just through like the information that we're offering, but that they're not alone, that there's more people like them, and how can we grow together as a group as much as individually.
Okay. You mentioned it. Well, we spoke briefly on it, but I'm curious. The future, right? What in your perspective, as far as building a community, what and having the Polygon Alliance, what are your thoughts about the future as far as the community and where do you see it going? Will you be continuing events? Do you have anything that you're working on right now? Anything that you want to talk about or bring attention to, the viewers? Yeah, go ahead, Dave.
Yeah, so I think Vans helped massively with F Cancer last year, and unfortunately we didn't sell all of the artwork that was up for auction, and there's still some of a PFP collection remaining to be sold. So we want to push that at some point if we can, but there's been no firm decisions made, and it's such a huge amount of work that I don't have the budget to pay people for. So it very much is like a volunteer thing, and if people are able and willing to give the time. So that's the only real event in the future planned specifically by Polygon Alliance, and it's not set in stone yet. We'll continue to support other events, like I say, the Women in Tech event on March the 8th, International Women's Day. I don't want to steal too much of Van's thunder because I know she's going to want to talk about it in a little while. But yeah, that's the next big thing. And for me, I want to change. We need to move away from Polygon Alliance at some point, and it needs to be called something else, or it needs to be wrapped in with what other people are building within the community, because it's quite closed off as Polygon Alliance, and it's quite niche, and that's a problem when it comes to pushing the community. The other thing that we've struggled with a little bit is traction, and again, you want to be able to reward people. As a community leader, you want to be able to reward people, and you want to be able to make them feel valued. And if they're working for you, you want to be able to pay them. But I don't want to do that at the expense of charging people money to be part of what we're building. It's kind of counterproductive to what I envisaged it being from the beginning. So there's some hurdles and some challenges that we've got to overcome. And, whilst we're doing that, we're still being visible on spaces. We're still supporting the events like Women in Tech and other events. I think Creative Hours is trying to host another conference, another Web3 conference at some point that we'll be supporting, and that'll be our goal for the rest of this year. Really, is to just be involved, try and be involved with other communities, try and offer support where we can, and figure out a longer term plan of how we put ourselves out there, what we're called, how we build, and how we work with other communities that are trying to do the same thing. Like, we want to uplift. We don't want to close off. We don't want to be like this niche platform where people don't feel value. So, yeah.
Just bouncing around in my head, listening to everything that you're saying, are we looking at a possible rebrand this year?
Yes, maybe not this year, but yes, at some point, I think a rebrand is on the cards, or like an amalgamation. Like, do we come together with SUPERCOMMUNITY, with building the future, which is something that we've been a community that we've put together on X, which includes kind of me, Creative Hours, Vans, some other people, all part of the same group of founders, creatives, sort of all mixed together. Like, how do we push this forward in a way that uplifts everyone, makes everyone feel like they're achieving their goals, and is inclusive rather than exclusive. And that's the biggest thing for me, is wanting to inclusively push people and give creatives a voice and an opportunity to be seen and to be heard.
I don't think I was thinking back, and I'm saying to myself, when you had the right idea, but I didn't think you saw nobody could see what was coming as far as marketplaces and different blockchains and different and so it's going to be interesting to watch you grow and the way everything turns out, Dave, especially because I agree with you. I think even though it got a little bit slow, the heart of what is left is all artists. The core heart. You have some project builders, some PFPs that really hung in there and proved to be super solid and did not move. You have the artists, most of all, which it's funny. I say this all the time, and I gotta. You believe that's a half an hour already, Dave?
Fine by, hasn't it?
I say this all the time. But it's oh shit, I forgot my thought.
We're talking about artists and inclusivity, and
Thank you. Yeah, thank you. When things hit, so when things got slow, and we entered the bear, a lot of people, hit the doors, and that's at that point in time. That's when I started meeting all the artists, and getting to know all these phenomenal artists and people with heart who really believed. And still do believe in this little, ecosystem that has been developed, and so they stayed. And so you see a lot of now when the shows that me and Sketch and Shira and the Super Community have been producing. You see all the communities that have stayed along with the artists, and you learn that the community leaders are artists, and so it's interesting how this massive. It's just crazy to me. It's crazy to me in my head when I think about it, how all the money is flowing through the projects and flowing through the coins, and people are just losing money and they're happy and dancing about it. And then there's this like well-knit community of artists who have not stopped, communities who have not stopped, and there's so much money out there. If they only started taking some bets on the community leaders and the artists that are still plugging away. And so that's just, I don't know. I just wanted to share that thought with you, right? Because I think there's so much potential here. And so it would be nice to channel a little of that attention that all of these other things have seen onto the artists. I think that would, just.
Yeah, I agree fully with you, and I think there's an opportunity for it to happen, but there's some real challenges and hurdles. I know we've got to move on fairly soon.
Yeah.
But,
I was afraid of bringing it up because I didn't want to start getting going. But
I'll be brief on this one, Mark. I mean, everyone's got individual goals, and everyone's such a powerhouse when it comes to that individual creativeness. And whether it's a community leader goal or whether it's an artist, people know what they want as individuals. And their idea is the best idea because it's their idea and they want to push forward with it. So that's like kind of the biggest challenge and hurdle in this space, is figuring out who you can work with, who's going to align with you, who's got similar values, and who's going to give up a little bit of their time and effort in return for a bit of your time and effort. Not everything has to be financial. And we found a group of people, I feel, that work closely together. And, we've interacted with a lot of the names that you've mentioned, and I feel like they're part of our community. And I feel like there's a number of community leaders all coming together in and around the same space, and that some good stuff's going to happen from it, and good opportunities are going to be presented, much like, as I say, what you're doing with these live shows weekly.
Dave, we're going to come back. We got to get to these artists now, but we're going to come back to you at the end of the show. As I know, we're going to hit Vans in the middle of the show, and she's got some stuff to talk about. But we're going to come back. We're going to finish this conversation and close out. We'll show any links. We'll ask you. We'll get the information, show people how to contact you, and so forth and so on. But what I want to do now is I want to move on to the artists, Dave. Let's get to these guys. Let's start bringing them up.
Do it.
All right. I'll see you in a little bit, Dave. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, guys. So that's Dave, who you have met, who is the founder and manager of the Polygon Alliance. It's just chopping it up and getting to hear him speak about his perspective on the last 3.5 years. A lot of work. But we'll get back to him and we'll finish that conversation in a little bit. Right now, we have a lot of artists to go over. I know Dave will be back to help read for some artists. Dave and Vanessa will both be here. Our first artist up, who is Zan, we'll bring her on. Let me let me get everything together. Zan, okay. Okay, I'll bring this up. Dave, I know you're out there. You're probably still listening. I think we are missing an artist. So I think we're missing Elhan. So maybe if we could reach out to her and see what's going on, I would appreciate that. Okay. For our first artist up, Zan, Hang on, Zan. Let me make sure we got you. We do. Okay. Might want to shift a little, Zan. Okay, Zan. There you go. There you go. All right, Zan. Welcome to HOP. How are you?
Hi. Hi, Mark. Hi, Dave. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm so happy to be here. Thank you, dear Mark. And thank you, Dave, and Link by Art, Polygon, Women in Tech, all the community. And thank you for having me. Thank you so much. I'm so happy to be here.
You're very welcome. We're excited to have you here. Zan, maybe you can give us a brief introduction of you and your art, a little brief history for us, so we could get to know you a little bit better, and then we'll head over and take a look at your exhibited work of art. But before we do that, why don't you introduce yourself to everyone and give them a little, yeah, go ahead. Why don't you take it from here?
Thank you. Hello, everyone. My name is Juan, and I'm from Iran. I'm an artist, and I want to jump in and introduce myself quickly. I've been making art since I was a child, and one of my earliest memories is when I was 7. I literally recreated my first grade textbook, copying both the text and pictures. And since then, art has been for me more than just a hobby, and it's how I express myself. Like many artists, I've always seen every blank page, even walls, as a space to bring my thoughts and emotions to life. For me, art is language, a way to communicate with people. And my favorite style is surrealism, but I love mixing different style and a lot of technique. And actually, beside the painting, I'm a storyteller, and storytelling is super important to me for my work. And every piece I create has a story behind that, and inspire all of them, inspired by my life or my people around me, and or a lot of a story about legends I read. And before NFT, actually, my art was just for me or my friends, my family, and my country. But now, because of this space, I've been able to connect with a lot of artists around the world and share my work with bigger audience. And last year I started learning digital painting, and I'm still growing and experimenting every day. Beside painting, I'm explore photography, theater, and videography, and I try to bring all of them to my work. Learning for me, it's never stop, and I'm excited to see how my art evolves. And art actually has shaped my identity, my perspective, and the way I experience the world. It's not just something I do, actually, it's who I am. And I hope to create work that resonate with people, that makes them feel something, that sparks thoughts or emotions. And art has always been for me is a safe space. When I paint, I get lost in the process, and that's something truly for me. It's magical, and whatever it's canvas or digitally, every stroke is a reflection of what's inside me. And I love how art can connect people, tell untold stories, and bring different words together. I want to keep pushing my boundaries, experimenting and finding new ways to express my thoughts and my emotions. I think it's finished now for your question.
Okay.
Thank
Okay.
you for listening. Yeah.
Okay. Son, what do you think about? Let's bring up your work of art and let's show everybody your work of art. Let's talk about it a little bit so everybody could see. Give me 1 second just to re-rig everything here, and then I want to bring it up. Let me switch the camera so it doesn't feel like you're speaking to an empty chair. Okay, you should be able to see me better. All right, let me bring this full screen. Let me bring this full art. Yes, perfect. And then let's bring up your work of art. Okay, awesome. And then, yes, on. Okay. There's no heart without art. Let me give me 1 sec. Hang on. I'm gonna open up your. Okay, so next to you is your work of art. Hang on, that is exhibited. Okay, we have next to you, Zan, your piece that was submitted and accepted. There's no heart without art. Why don't you speak a little bit about how you created this, the meaning behind it, and why you thought it would be good for the super community? Go ahead, son.
Thank you. Yeah, the artwork in Super Community Gallery was made for this competition. When I saw the theme, the first thing that came to my mind about love is painting. Every piece I create holds a part of my heart, and that's exactly what inspired this piece. And in this artwork, you see a central figure with a heart that has grown roots, connecting to different versions of herself, each one creating something, and this represents how an artist puts every part of themselves, thoughts, emotions, skills, inspiration, into their work. The idea came from the feeling that was artists. We gave so much of ourselves to our curation. Art isn't just about technique, it's deeply personal and emotional. The multiple hands show the different ways artists express themselves, and the framed faces represent different sides of who we are. I used warm colors, as you see, like yellow and red, and to create a sense of energy. And the detailed heart in the center shows how our emotions are at the core of our creativity. The piece is about deep emotional connection between an artist and their work. It's about how every stroke, every color choice, every detail carries a part of the artist's soul. Creating art is not just about a skill, it's about feeling, about putting a part of yourself out there for the world to see. I also wanted to capture the idea of transformation, how the creative process changes us. Every time we create, we grow, we evolve, we become a new version of ourselves. That's why the figure in the piece has multiple reflections of herself. Each one represents a different stage of her artistic journey, a different part of her story. You notice that women appear a lot in my work, and a lot of my works beyond expressing myself as a woman. I want to capture my humanity, who I am beyond rules and expectation. I want my art to show the essence of being human. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. So I hopefully we how was the piece created? Zan.
And tell me again. Sorry, I can't hear you.
How was the piece? How did you create the work of art?
This is a digital painting I created with Corel Painter with my PC, actually.
Okay, okay.
But I am a physical and digital. Sorry.
Okay, okay. No, go ahead, yeah. Okay. So it's interesting. Each one of the color of the brushes has a different color. It's you have the in almost the entire color palette of primary and secondary colors on the brushes, which I found interesting. How each brush was painted with each brush has a different color to it. So that's very interesting. But when I opened up the piece, it's art comes from our heart, right? So there is no heart without art, and there's no. I don't think there's any art without our heart either, right?
Exactly.
Okay. So quick question: is this piece minted anywhere, Zan?
No, not minted. And I don't know what happened in future. But now it's not minted. Yeah.
Okay.
It's just for a competition. Yeah.
Okay. Zan, if people want to find more of your art, they want to follow more of you, they want to, get in touch. What is the best way for someone to reach out and find you?
Actually, all my works now it's only just in object, but you can check out my link tree for reach out, and I'm always open to communication, collaboration with all of the artists, and so happy to reach out to all of you. Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to show that right now. Give me 1 second. So, guys, this is her X page right here. This is where you could find her Linktree link on her X page. You can see this is her tag. Her Linktree will lead you to her portfolio on Hug. This is her object that she spoke about. So this is where you guys could see more of her art on object. And then this is her Warpcast as well, which, yes, active, yes, 8 hours ago. Yes, so she's active on Warpcast. And then she also mentioned Instagram, which we will bring up as well. So, and I know she's active on Instagram because she answers right away. So this is her Instagram, which you can check out more of her art. You can follow her art journey and learn more about her. And plenty of places to contact her. Yes. So everything could be okay. Everything can be found on her Linktree, and her Linktree can be found on X. So you guys have all of her links now, and okay, good. Okay, San, give me 1 second to bring everything back to normal, and then we are gonna close out real quick. Double guest. Double screen. Perfect. Okay, awesome. Okay, Zan, before we say goodbye, maybe you can give a brief, say something inspirational, maybe some words of advice for some other artists. Why don't you take her from there? Go ahead, Zan.
Thank you. I'd be happy. Actually, when I think about art, for me, art is a journey, not a destination. Every piece you create carries a piece of you. And I think I want to say to all of artists, don't be afraid to put your emotion into your work, because art without emotion is just technique. And Web3, NFT have given us an amazing chance to share our art with the world. Keep learning, experimenting, and connecting with other artists like Community, Link by Art, Polygon, Women in Tech. For me, it's it's magical, and I'm so happy to be here. And the art world is always changing, always processing. But what makes your work special is your passion, and keep creating, enjoy the process, and don't compare your journey to anyone else. And I think every artist grows at their own pace. Stay true to your vision, embrace your uniqueness, and don't be afraid to take a risk. Some pieces might not turn out the way you imagine, but that's part of beauty of art. It's real, s- and the last thing I think, surround yourself with people who inspire you. Collaboration, ask questions, share your experiences, and the art community is full of amazing people, and there is so much learned from each other. Most importantly, it's have fun. Art is meant to be joy. Don't lose sight of what you start creating in the first place. Hold on that passion and keep going. Yeah, enjoy it.
Okay. Awesome. Zan, a great words of inspiration for everyone. I want to say,
Thank you.
you're welcome. I want to say congratulations on your exhibition, along with the Polygon Alliance and linked by art, linked by love, the super community, having your art on display. I want to say thank you for taking the time to come on the show and introduce yourself and talk about your art. I appreciate it. I know other artists appreciate it. So I just want to say great job. You did awesome. And thank you very much for coming on the show.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Mark. Thank you for having me, and thank you for your amazing interview. And thank you so much.
You're welcome, Zan. Okay. All right, guys. Okay, so you had a chance to meet Zan. I should. Well, it's okay. I'll go back to that. You have it. If you want to see, like I said, I showed you guys her X and her links. But I'll give it to you guys one more time at THE_ZHOUAN. You can find her link tree there, more of her art there, and that will lead you into her universe where you could see more. Okay, our next artist and artwork up is Mafa. We've had Mafa on a show before. Mafa wasn't able to join us, but what we will do is we do have a video from her. So we're going to bring that up along with her work of art, and then we're going to play that. So give me 1 second just to get all that ready. Okay, all right. Let me, this, I'm going to bring this down. Okay, very good. I'm going to drop that back. Where are you? Where is that? There, no. Okay, hang on, guys, 1 second while I go full screen. I gotta bring this back. This 11 this down. Okay, we're gonna close this and this. What's up? So I see all you guys in the box. I'm gonna take this minute to say hello to you guys. Mafa's in the box. They're watching. They're excited. Okay, let me bring this in. So I will say this. If you guys want to learn more about Mafa, we did a show with Mafa, and they were a featured spotlight guest on our show. And what should we do? I'm going to go full screen. I'm going to go art, but maybe I should play the video. Okay. Where are we? Where is this video? I had you open. Where are you? Come on. You know what? I'll just open you again. Okay. Okay, there you go. Gotcha.
Hi Mark,
Oh,
hi
oh,
everyone.
oh,
Happy
oh, oh,
Wednesday.
hang on. Okay. Give me 1 second, guys. I think we're all set. Yes. Okay, perfect. Yeah. Okay. Come on. Don't give me a problem now. There we go. Okay. So we have video of Mafa, and this is her and her and her sister. So for you guys that don't know, there is two of them. So let's hear from them now. I get everything set up right? Okay. Yes, let's go.
Hi Mark, hi everyone. Happy Wednesday to all of you. I'm super duper excited to be here for the second time in HOP with Mark. And I just want to say thank you. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Super Community. Thank you, Polygon Alliance. And shout out to you, Dave, for the great opportunity. And thank you for curating our artwork and truly appreciate it. Yeah, first of all, let me introduce myself for those friends may don't know me. Actually, I'm Mahfa, and Mahfa is a combination of my name and my sister's name, Mahbube and Faize. And you can actually mix Mah and Fa to make Mahfa. It's our artistic name, and unfortunately Mahbube couldn't make it because she's on a trip and told me to say hi and thank you on behalf of her. And if I want to go back and share a little more, I have to say in our childhood we weren't just taught to do academic things. I remember we liked painting even without learning how to do it. We didn't know how to be good at it. We just did it. And until university, both of us studied humanities. And as it was never expected for us to become artists, even though we always had a love for art, our family guided us toward other paths. And since art wasn't considered very important, it was more like you could learn everything and still have art as a side thing. You know, art wasn't seen as an essential or serious career option. So Mahbube got her master's degree in international law and worked in that field, and I got my master's degree in IT at Tehran University, and also attended accounting classes, eventually working as an accountant. And we took online art classes, and that's how we realized our favorite medium was texture and digital collage. And now both are working as full-time artists and both are super happy. Someday Malpe came across an Instagram post about NFTs, and we didn't know anything about NFTs, so we started searching and learning about Web3 and NFT through YouTube University. So we are happy that in late 2023 joined NFT and found so many incredible people like all of you. And as I said, our main media is collage, and in real life we bring these digital collages into physical. And our artworks focus on social issues, cultural taboos, inner peace, self-discovery, losses, desires, and our perspective is more about human experiences rather than gender. And one of our artwork named Heavenly Girl Song was personally curated by dear Snake Toshi and displayed on the biggest billboard in Times Square. For the second time, it has curated by dear Karan, one of the most real ones in the space, and it was displayed at St. Lawrence University in Canada. And it also published in NFT Ocular magazine. And now, this time, I'm honored to personally thank you, dear Dave, and Super Community for the great opportunity, and I really appreciate it. Actually, what you see is a mix of physical art and digital collage created in Photoshop. In this piece, I have illustrated an ice cream cone where the cone itself is replaced with the lips of two people. And this represents the joy and pleasure of kissing. And the colorful background reflects the positive emotions and energy that comes with a kiss. And just like vibrant colors can lift our mood. And the coolness of the ice cream symbolizes the freshness and excitement of a kiss, and the energetic background of this piece was curated using candy wrappers inspired by a suggestion from my 5-year-old niece, Salma. She's incredibly creative, talented, and so genius. She's also a physical collage artist, And this piece was inspired by something really funny. Let me show you. He's Tutu. And actually the idea for this piece came to me when I was kissing this little guy and we were sending lots of love to each other. And that made me ask myself, why do we kiss but animals don't? So I started researching and reading different articles to find the answer to my question. And I came across some information that I couldn't believe kissing is just a strange and interesting thing. This question took me on a journey through history and biology from ancient times when mothers feed their babies mouth to mouth, to today where kissing is seen as a universal symbol of love and affections. And I wish I had more time to share a lot of things I learned with you, but to sum it up, you might not believe it, but smells play a huge role in kissing, and when people get closer for a kiss, a lot of chemical information is exchanged through scent. And important details that can actually influence the state and future of a relationship. It's so crucial that if the first kiss is bad, it can completely stop a relationship that had a potential to be amazing. And now, why don't animals kiss? Because their sense of smell is incredibly strong, so they don't need to press the lips together for those chemical reactions to happen in their bodies. And their powerful sense of smell does all the work. Anyway, this piece is not just a visual experience, it's an invitation of reflect on the meaning of these everyday moments. And I really hope you've enjoyed it. And if you like to connect more with us, we are active on Instagram, Twitter, and our DMs are always open for questions, collaborations, commissions, or any artistic discussions. Additionally, you can reach out to us via email, and all the relevant links are available in our link tree in the bio. And for the last words, I want to say art. Art.
Okay, guys, hang on. Let me do this real quick. Let me make sure I get all these links in here. This is her. This is Mafa. This is their page. Where you can reach out to them. She's also speaking about Linktree. And this is her Linktree that they showed as well. And then also, I know they are very active on Instagram, so you could go check these guys out on Instagram, and you can see more of their art. You can reach out to them, and I know they're very responsive as well. So you can check all of this out, guys. This is, let me see, I don't want to miss any links here. The rest of their Linktree, you can find more art on Wallet Bubbles, Remix, Salvor, Drip, but her ex, well, like I said, I showed you her ex, Instagram, Gmail, right? Okay, and their hug. So plenty of places where they can reach that. Well, maybe I shouldn't be so big on the hug right now until we know what's going to go on with them. So I would say I know for a fact that. Yes, there is, this is their main page as well on IG. Okay. So before we do that, guys, give me 1 second. We have a loose artist that we need to get into the room. Where are, okay. Now's the time to, okay, why don't you try and tell Ilham to come now. Okay. Let's listen to the end. I'm going to reset this back for all you guys to listen. And let's finish this up. Okay, double screen. Yes. Okay, perfect. Okay. Couple words of inspiration.
Last words, I want to say art. Art has the power to move, to question, and to connect us in ways words cannot. Keep pushing boundaries, embracing imperfections, and telling your story, because the world needs your unique vision. And never forget, there's no try, only do or do not. Yes, Marc, I can remember it so clearly, and thank you for changing my life. And yeah, thank you for being here. Thanks for your support. Thanks for watching. Thanks for taking the time. And I really appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. Wishing you endless inspiration and creativity. Until next time, much love to you all. Bye.
Okay. All right, guys. I know. I hear. I assume that is Alhan coming in. So just really quick. Yeah. So this is what she's referring to. Let me go. Let me actually go full screen here. Double screen. Yeah. Right. Okay. So what Mafa is referring to is I have this next to me. My boy Michael gave this to me, and it's there. Do or do not. There is no try. So when people always say that they're trying, they're, that's to me, it's, either you're going to do it or you're not going to do it. So, okay, let me reset these screens back to normal. Let me get these guys back in. Okay. Yeah, we're okay. So let me set everything back up to normal. And let me get everything back on. Okay. I could not get her in while the video was going. Okay, so let me finish this. You can find Mafa at MAHFA_ IZADPARST. Okay. We are waiting. I think we're trying to get our next artist in, Alhan. So now would be the time to for her to get in here. If not, I think we're gonna move to Vanessa, and we'll have Vanessa speak, and then we'll come back to Alhan. Are you, Dave? What is the communication like between? Oh, okay, I can't connect. But no. Okay. No. No. Come now. We are waiting. You are up. Okay, guys, hang on 1 second. We're just gonna get Alhan in here. For, I think she might be having some connection issues. How can I join? Okay. All right. Hang on 1 second, guys, while we bring Alhan in. In the meantime, I will say hello to everybody. What's up, everybody? Mafa, very good little presentation, you guys, little video you guys put together. Excellent job. I did not. That was you guys did a great job. I should have you guys edit the hour of power. It'd make my job a lot easier. Okay, we are awaiting our next artist, and she should be. We got her right now, and there we go. Okay, let's go. Perfect timing. Okay. Alhan, are you there?
Hi, how are you doing?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Hang on 1 second. Let me introduce you real quick. Hang on. Let me get back on my game here. A little confusion. All right. No problem. 307. Okay. So you guys know how to reach Mafa. Dropped all those links. We took care of that. And great video, guys. Did an excellent job. Thank you very much for doing such a wonderful video for the show. Okay, our next artist up, Alhan. Let's bring her on now. We got her at the bell here. So some things are meant to be. Alhan is one of them. So Alhan, you are now live. Say hello to everyone.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for the great live and nice to see you.
Okay, Alhan, I'm glad you made it. just in time. Why don't you give a little brief introduction of yourself, a little bit of history, and why don't you take it from there? Go ahead.
Sure. As you know, yes, I'm Elham, self-source and physical artist with a passion for creating artworks to represent myself and pure Persian culture. I hold a master degree in business management, and but my artistic journey had been commenced during my childhood when I learned drawing and painting from my father, and professionally have been immersed in the world of painting, especially Persian painting, traditional of art in last 7 years, and my painting has been exhibited in Reza Abbasi Museum and also Malik Museum of Art and Library. The concept of my art is inspired from nature and poems, and also the technique of my art is with the gouache and watercolor on paperboard. Yes, and all of that is from my source and the original. And yeah, I love this colorful artworks.
Okay. Let me bring this back. Okay. Alhan, why don't we, you want to maybe show everybody your work of art and, yeah, let's do that. Let's show everybody your submitted work of art. And let me bring you over here. Hang on one second. And let me bring this up so we can talk about this work of art.
Thank you. Actually, I have my physical artworks here, and
All
yeah,
right,
it is
hang
here.
on. Go ahead, show everybody.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. And sorry, I have faced with a lack of something, and I cannot show my gallery, actually, my room, and I'm not in my room, actually, for I'm in artistic room, and I bring my physical painting here to show with everyone. Yeah.
Okay, so this is okay, so that's the physical, correct? And then okay, and so we have this on foundation, right? Hang on. Okay, before you start talking about it, hang on. Let me you guys I gotta you guys are ahead of me on this one. Okay, hang on. Let me switch it. Let me get the cameras going. Let me get everything right. We got the full screen here. We got the art screen. And then let me bring this lower so people could get a really good look at this. I'm gonna bring it up on the.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, let me clear some of these out here really quick. Okay, I have Gratitude, which is the work of art that was submitted and accepted. I'm gonna bring this up so everybody could see. It's on. Let me bring this full screen here. So this is the foundation link, but we'll get back to that. Okay, so I have the work of art, Gratitude, up right now. Why don't you talk a little bit about how the work of art was created? It's a physical. We now know that a physical of this work of art exists. And you had a chance to show it off. It's in a beautiful frame as well. That was a gold matching frame as well. Did that frame match the?
Yeah.
Yeah, you did a good job with framing that. Yeah, I see everything. I'm like Santa Claus. Okay, why don't you?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Why don't you talk a little bit about how this work of art was created, the meaning behind it, and why you thought it would be good for Linked by Art, Linked by Love, super community. Why don't you take it from here? Go ahead.
Thank you. Actually, the concept of this art is comes from my heart when I fling gratitude to the universe. Actually, I see the whole universe in one body. the meaning, I mean the concept of something like universe. We live in a universe, in one universe, and all of us connected together, and we live in a one body. And when we feel actually when I feel this I mean the gratitude, I after that I felt that the bosom of love and peacefulness, and also gratitude expand in my body. And also the character in the center of the painting called Atma. It's and it is I mean the Atma is an eternal and everlasting creation that connected connect to the divine sources. And this prepared in a I mean first of all I draw by pen in the paper board, and after that I painted with gouache, and then I put the detail with watercolor and finished. Yes, I prepared. The process is this.
Okay. So there's quite there's I mean, okay. Let me speak slow. The process has a lot of mixed. You mentioned pen and as well as watercolor. And is there? I might be wrong. Is there any gold
And
paint?
gouache.
Okay, yeah. So there's gold. Okay, so there's you created a piece with mixed media, a few different, right? Do I have this correctly?
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Very interesting. Sometimes, a lot of times, you see artworks that stick to one media and one media only, but you have combined quite a few different medias. So and it worked out very nicely. So when you hear watercolor, some people it's difficult to attain detail with watercolor, but the detail now makes sense. So now it's
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Okay, let me back out of this real quick. Okay, Elhan, where can people find more of your art? Where can they reach out to you, find you, contact you? What is the, what's the best way for people to, yeah, go ahead. Why don't you take it from there? Go.
Sure, I am in X and also in I'm in the tweet. I am in Twitter. Also, you will find me on Instagram, and also on the other platform like Foundation and Exchange Art on Solana platform. I mean. Yes, I'm active in mostly in Instagram and Twitter.
Okay. I had swore I'd followed you yesterday. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I saw that. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, I thought I did. Maybe we just didn't. I thought you accepted. But it's telling me to add you again. Sometimes it does that on X. I never saw that on Instagram. Okay. Give me 1 second, Alan. So guys,
Thank you.
this is her X. That's right next to her. You can find her on X right here. Let me bring this over. Let me bring this up so you guys can see it clearly. Okay. So this is her X link. On her X link, there is her link tree, as well as her foundation and her exchange. But on X, right, this is her link tree. And then this is where you can find her Instagram. She's on OpenSea Foundation. And then this is her hug. Her Instagram logo is down here, as long as the X. I don't know what this is something new. What is the, Clubhouse. I haven't seen Clubhouse since 2020. Okay, and this is her Instagram right here as well. So you guys can find her on the gram. You can find her on X, and then on her X is her links tree, which leads to everything else. And if you want to check out more of her art, you could check out on Foundation and OpenSea Foundation. Yes. Okay. Okay. Hang on one second, Elhan, while I switch everything back. Let me bring this back for everybody. Full guests and double screen guest. Okay.
Sure.
Okay. Great job, Elhan. Let me move everything back. Okay. Wonderful. Okay, Elhan.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Before we say goodbye, and I'm glad that you were got in right on time. But before we say goodbye, maybe you can leave us with a couple brief words of inspiration for other artists, other women out there, people who might just be wandering into the NFT scene. Maybe you have some inspiration or some advice or some thoughts for them. Go ahead. Why don't you take it from there?
Actually, always painting and do paint was my dream during my life, because I couldn't follow my dream after my high school and also after the university. I couldn't follow my dream, but during last 7 years, I followed that, and it is. My life has a meaning now when I join to the arts, and I always follow this and fight for that and never give up, because art has a meaning in life. And without arts, I think life has not any meaning. It is my idea, and I think everybody has a dream in their life, and I recommend them to follow their dreams, and for sure they can do it, and they can reach their goals and dreams in their life. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. I want to say congratulations on your artwork being exhibited through Linked by Art, Linked by Love with the Polygon Alliance through Super Community 06. Congratulations on your exhibition.
Thank you.
You did a great job on the show. Nothing to worry about. Congratulations on a very successful show. I was a little worried about you, but you made it just in time. And I want to say thank you. You're welcome. Thank you for making it to the show and sharing your art, sharing a little bit about who you are. And thank you very much.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, Alan. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, guys. That was Elhan. I'm going to let me get back to my flyer where I got everybody's name. I'll give her X one last time, which is at @E_GHANNADIAN. You could find her there along with her link tree and her links to other works of art. Okay. Next up is Vanessa Vans. You guys probably remember her from Women in Tech Community. Let me bring her up now. Okay, Vanessa. Let me pin you, Vanessa. Okay, hang on, Vanessa. No, not yet, not yet, not yet. Okay.
Hi, Vanessa.
Hello, Vanessa. Welcome back to HOP. Say hello to everybody.
Hello, everyone. So happy to be back. Such an amazing show that Marc hosts. I've been tuning into a lot of the community shows this past few days. So thank you for having me back, and thank you, Dave, as well, for the opportunity to include me.
Okay, Vanessa, you're no stranger to this show. I know you have a little bit to talk about, and I have some links. So we have 15 minutes, and then we gotta, I guess you and Dave are gonna then speak about the other 3 artworks that we have to look at. But before we do all that, What are I know that you have some a big event, and so you're gonna have to direct me a little on this. So let me know. You want me to bring these links up right now, or you want to talk about it for 5 minutes and then bring the links up? What do you want to? What do you think is best?
All right, so maybe let's go ahead and do another quick introduction. So for
Okay.
those
Okay.
that missed the last time I was here, my name is Vanessa, go by Vans. I am the co-founder and creator of the Woman and Tech Museum. I'm also a digital AI artist and AI engineer. Uh, how did I get here? Well, I've been part of the Polygon community since I guess my first day on Web3, and it is the reason because I am still around and created and I am super inspired. And for that community, originally I've been the mental health leader. Hopefully in the future we can go back to that role, but been really excited to collaborate with them just to help the community make amazing events that they've already talked about, like the F Cancer, which is was a very impactful event for a lot of us. So yeah, that's how I am here. But going back to the Woman and Tech Museum, every year for the last 4 years, we've been celebrating. The Woman in Tech showcases where we celebrate International Women's Day on March 8th. And additionally, we host monthly showcases afterwards to celebrate just women and the space and artists community in general. This year, we're almost close again to our fourth annual event. Yeah, I guess in less than 2 weeks. And I think since last time that we spoke, we have made a lot of progress. So maybe you can share the Webby blog. We have officially curated 100 artists with the help of five amazing community curators. And well, let me include myself, six.
Should we start bringing up the links, Vanessa?
Yes, of
Okay.
course. If you can go ahead and share the Webby blog, that and that article we recently announced 100 artists that will be showcased in a metaverse museum, and in addition, we announced 21 speakers that will be part of our event, leading definitely the way. Um, so if you can see me here. Also, recently we went and posted the full agenda. So get ready for that day, March 8th. We're going to be having a long day, 11 a.m. Eastern Time through 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And within this panel, you'll find out more about the woman in tech, the selected artists, and of course, you will hear from the amazing speakers that was selected to celebrate this amazing day. And where it's gonna be, we're gonna be hosting this event on an X space. So if you can share, Mark, that I share with you the space reminder. Um,
Okay. Okay. That's what popped
yes.
up. I got it. I got it. I didn't. Okay. So I have the Webby.com showcase blog next to you right now. So
Yes.
everybody could see that. Okay, guys. So this is. Hang on. I'll bring up this link next. Okay, this is the link to the Women in Tech 2025 Showcase International. You can set your reminders here.
Yes.
My reminder is set. Um, we have a few more links. You just keep directing me what you want me to bring up, Vanessa, and I'll bring
Yes,
them up.
of course. And I think the last will be most important, the Woman in Tech Twitter handle. So if you want to find out more about it, that's where we will mostly put our announcements. We're going to be posting the official link to the British Showcase on that day. It is ready to go, but we want to keep it a surprise until that day. But the main event is going to be on March 8th on that space. But we're going to be celebrating throughout the whole month. So those that miss the chance of joining the gallery, you'll have the opportunity to go and check it out again. And I do want to say to the artists, because we have women artists here in the space, yeah, as well. So in case if you missed out, like, don't feel discouraged. The amazing thing about the Women in Tech Museum is that we're not only trying to celebrate you on that day, we want to celebrate you all year round. So after the big showcase, we already have another event that we have planning with Webby Social. That's going to be the spring festival art showcase. So it's not only going to be for women, so it's going to be for all the artists, an open call. So you have another opportunity to be part of the showcase. And also, if you're not created on a showcase or we don't have any event going on, we do like to highlight artists on a monthly basis. We have 12 booths inside the museum that you can just reach out to myself, Benz, Synchro on X, or with Museum, and just let us know that you have a drop, you have a new artwork or collection that you would like to showcase in our museum, and we would love to welcome you to our community. But yeah, super excited. I'm actually here on my computer while everyone was talking, created a little flyer for school, but also for International Women's Day. So be on the lookout for that. But for now, you can see all the selected artists. If you're an artist, if and you apply through Webby Social, and you haven't, find out, just make sure to head over there to Webby's a blog, and also you should have received an email or a DM from Whit Museum that you've been chosen, and this is our 4th year. That's, I think, the most exciting part. So if you missed this year, just kind of save, on December 31st, after midnight, January 1st. That's when the open call goes live, and it's usually open for the whole month of January. So if you want to be part of next year, but you can still be part of the showcase that we'll be hosting monthly. Just make sure, to be on the lookout by the end of the year and beginning of the year for our open call. But yes, this is, the most exciting thing we have going on so far. 4 years strong, celebrated International Women's Day. We started with only 53 artists, and from there we have changed our virtual environment every year. From just being showcased in the virtual museum last year, we showcased over 100 artists in Times Square billboards, and additionally to the virtual museum. And this year, we're not only showcasing the artists and the museum, but we're also featuring the artists and selected speakers and a yearbook that will be available on Amazon as a physical version, and also is going to be as a free version to download for artists. And then if any does have, run into some trouble with the yearbook, Amazon, we do have plans of backup of how we can give access to the book to these ladies. So yeah, those are things that I want to mention. I think also to please keep in mind that the yearbook is going to be subject to approval. It's already on the works. Um, so we just, dependent on Amazon to approve it by the deadline, which is March 8th. But if anything changes, we'll be communicating with our artists if we have to, push the date. But it is on the work, and it is, a promise that we want to give you all visibility, support, and celebrate you. So I think that's what I have for the Woman in Tech. Now that you're also, I'm seeing that you're playing here on the screen. Maybe I forgot to mention, we had the amazing opportunity to collaborate with the MIDI Punks community. They've been also, I believe, here already on a Woman in Tech anthem song. So if they doesn't have a song, if you want to play a song out, I think that video that you're clicking on has the song, one of the draft for the Woman in Tech collab song, and all women are, part of the song. So yeah, it's amazing how we're coming together to celebrate women in general.
Okay. So, Vanessa, I have up here, I want to make sure I got everything covered. I have your personal page as well as your website. I also have the Webby Women in Tech 2025 showcase. Meet the selected artists. There's all these, there's 100 artists, if that's correct. Yeah, 100 artists. Yeah.
Yes, correct.
And then you have the selected speakers as well. And then there's an event schedule and panel discussions. So you have a lot taking place during this event. And now
Correct.
this event, it all takes place online. Is that correct?
Yes, so we're gonna be the Sarah reminder. We're gonna be hosting in the space. We're also gonna be in spatial.io. Some of our guests are gonna be walking through our gallery. But just to make sure everybody have access, we're gonna be hosting an X space where the artists are going to be joining to for their panel sessions. But I believe also make sure to follow Webby social, where we have mentioned them a lot on our with museum account. They're the one that also posted the blog of the selected artists. They're going to be streaming the whole showcase, so you'll have the X space going on. You'll also be able to see what's going on beside the Brito Gallery. But after that event, you should see me like every day on the gallery and spatial.io hanging out for the rest of the month, welcoming everybody that joins. From our first showcase, we, received over 50,000 views, and it was very significant because I believe around 2022, not a lot of people were like in the metaverse. The avatar was not even full body, it was only the face. So we made a lot of progress. A new device, right? Devices also have gotten faster connection, so it's become more accessible now. You can even join like spatial through your phone. So yeah, I'm excited to see that you can be part of the event, that day on X. Follow us to see the live stream or join the gallery where I'm going to be streaming the space as well. So those that are inside can hear what's going on. So yes, it is online. Hopefully we'll, in the future have a physical place and date to celebrate all together. I usually for the last year been attending NFT NYC, just meeting a lot of women that are part of the community, right? And hanging out. So I really want to meet all the artists. Hopefully that can happen because we are all over the world. If you see our agenda, just like the first half of the showcase are women that are like 11 hours ahead of me. So the time gap is very huge.
Okay. Um, all right. Just making sure we got everything covered. So, guys, a big online event. We'll show it one more time. Women in Tech 2025 showcase. I know you said it. What the? I want to make sure I get the date right.
March 8th.
March 8th, guys. March 8th. Thank you. You can go to the Women in Tech page, X page. Very easy. Right down here, if you scroll down, Women in Tech Museum. The WIT Museum. You could set your reminders on the Showcase International, and then also will be on Cyber as well. So lots going on. Okay. And then if you want to connect with Vans, Vans is right here. This is her page right here.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And this is also her webpage where you could see more of her art. She never gets to come on as an artist. She always comes on as a leader. Okay, I think we covered. Yeah, did we get everything? Okay, Vanessa, did we cover everything? Yeah.
Yes, yes, we did. Thank you so much. Probably if I missed something, maybe Dave might tune in. But yes, I think the most important goal on X, as a reminder for the space, it is 11 a.m. Eastern time that it gets started. But for you, might be a different day. So I think that might be the best link to help everybody figure out, which is the correct time for them.
Okay. Vanessa, I know you're not going to go anywhere really quickly because you're going to help us out with these last 3 artworks that we're going to feature and speak about. I know you and Dave are going to feature. I know you and Dave are going to speak about them coming up next. But before we do, words of advice, some maybe inspirational words for everyone out there before we move back to the art.
Yes, I want to say that this space moves a lot fast. So, in case that you ever, need to go take a break, it is okay. Uh, Try to be transparent to your community when you do so, because I know they'll be back here for you, waiting for you whenever you're ready to go. And in addition, so many things happen, right? And then we try to compare it ourselves to others. I just suggest that don't try to compare yourself to others. What works for other might not work for for you. Just try to be as unique as you can, and I think that's gonna take you long ways. And yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much. Okay, Vanessa. I know we're not going to say goodbye. I know you're coming right back to speak a little bit about. We have 3 more artists, and I know you and Dave are going to be chopping it. We're going to bring up the artworks, and you and Dave will be talking about them and reading some of the words that the artists have left us. So we'll see you back here in a few seconds. Just hang on while I let me give that intro coming. Thank you, Vanessa. All right, hang on. Let me get everything back to go. Okay, okay, guys. So you just heard from Vanessa. You could find her at Vans VANS _CMKRO. Vanessa also the Whit Museum as well, and so she had a community show as well called the community show with the Whit Museum. So you could check her out on that show if you want to learn more about the Whit Museum. That show is easy to find. So we do have a few people on this show with a couple appearances on HOP before. Okay, so next up, I just want to make sure I get everything right because there's a lot of. Let me make sure I get everything right here. Okay, we have 3 more artworks. These artists were unfortunately weren't available to come on the show and join us. We have Miss Do. We also have Alina's artwork, and we have Carlos's artwork. And so what we're going to do for these 3 artworks is that we're going to bring these artworks up. We're going to have Dave and Vanessa speak a little bit about their artworks. Each one of these artists have sent us, I believe, they've sent us little written pieces about the art and about themselves. And so we're going to have these guys step up and read for them and discuss the artwork a little. So we're going to do that next. And then we're going to bring Dave back on to close out the show. But before we do that, let's bring up their 3 artworks. Okay, hang on, guys. Okay, let me get back here. Boy, you guys got me moving around today. Not that I'm not moving around every show, but you guys got me bouncing all around today. Okay, let me take Vanessa off pin. Dave and Vanessa, you guys are up. I'm going to bring you guys up. The first. Okay. No problem. So, Dave, you are going to read for the artists. Give me 1 second while I bring up our first artwork, which is Miss Do. Let's bring up her artwork. Okay, Pure Love. Excellent. Okay. I'm going to shrink this a little bit. And what we're going to do is we're going to bring up her page as well as her artwork. Give me a second, guys, while I get this all rigged up and ready. We're going to drop this down, drop this down, drop this down. I should have left an X page open. Well, I did. Okay. No, not that. Okay. Hang on, guys. Let me go full screen. Let me go full art screen. Excellent. Okay. All right, guys. Miss Dew's page, X page, is on the left. Her artwork is on the right. Her artwork is pure love, and Dave will read what Miss Dew has sent to us. Dave, you take it over whenever you are ready.
Thank you. And yeah, I'm excited to talk about all three of these artworks. They're all incredible, but like you say, the first one is Miss Dew's and Pure Love. Miss Dew is a multidisciplinary artist who works with both AI-generated art and photography. She sees those mediums as separate yet complementary avenues to express her creativity. When she's using AI, she likes to experiment and push the boundaries of imagination, using the AI tools to bring abstract concepts and ideas to life. Through photography, she creates photo montages that transform reality by layering emotions, stories, and surreal elements. Both of those mediums allow her to explore different aspects of her artistic vision, blending innovation and tradition to give voice to her inner creativity. And I think you get to see that with the Pure Love artwork right there, and how it certainly captures my imagination, Mark.
I just want to make sure that that's Miss Dew. Yeah.
That's her art and her art style, and then there's a bit more about the artwork,
Okay.
and then places to find her as well. So,
Okay.
with regards to the artwork, if we're ready for that.
Yeah. So go ahead. Why don't you read that, and then let's hear what she has to say. I don't like to talk about the artwork until we hear what the artist has to say. So go ahead and read it, Dave.
So, Pure Love is the title. This piece was born from the desire to celebrate the purity of love, captured in the image of two little girls sleeping in each other's arms. The idea is inspired by the simplicity and the innocence of human affection, free from complexity or constraints. The girls, immersed in sleep, represent a moment of complete vulnerability where the embrace becomes a symbol of trust, protection, and comfort. She wanted to convey the message that love is a universal need, present from childhood, and is deeply rooted in our nature. This image speaks to the heart, reminding us that even the simplest gestures can hold immense emotional depth. The spontaneous and unfiltered embrace is a manifestation of genuine love, a safe refuge where peace and security can be found. Pure Love is minted on object.com, and I think she's included a link as well, Mark.
Okay, I'm going to bring up her object right now. I'm not sure if Vanessa would like to speak on this work of art and why it was curated, or if I should speak first. But I'm going to bring up her object so you guys can see her object. This is her object right here. This is the work of art on object. This is her link tree to the left as well. I've had a chance to follow her artwork for a long time now, almost a year and a half, and I've watched her progress as an artist, as a creator. I remember her from in the beginning, and then now watching her art career evolve. I always like watching artists' art career and their styles evolve. I think one of the things that really jump out to me about this piece is, at first I had thought they were in water. It felt like they were actually the top half. As a photographer, sometimes we shoot in someone in water and you can only see the top half, and that's kind of what hit me first. I was like, are they in water? But no, it is part of the artistic artwork where what she created. But the emotion and the feeling, and these two sisters that look like they have fallen asleep, and I don't think it could get any more. The name of it is Pure Love. I don't think it could be any more pure than this. It seems like this work found a home as well with an owner. And yeah, I don't know if Vanessa would like to speak on why she had curated this piece. Vanessa, you out there?
Yes, I'm here. And actually, I want to say that when I curated this artwork, I was looking to see different sides of love, and this is what we kind of seen today. Each person kind of went through their own perspective of love, but when I saw this artwork, it's just like the title, right? It is pure love. It is the sister just having this. Love that it just can be simple, it can be unconditional. I do have my two little sisters, so when I see this, it kind of reminds me of the gentle love we have for each other. And also when I see it as my own two kids, right, how they brothers, they're just each day showing up for each other. I think that's like the simplest and most amazing love you can have, when it's pure and you don't really need to expect anything else from it.
I don't think love gets much purer than this. So I agree with both of you guys on that on your statements. Um, I mean, this is it's outside of maybe. I always say animals. When we have pets or animals, it's unconditional love by that animal. They don't really care about what you own or what or where you work. The animals just want that love, and I think when we're very young, as children, before we understand or before the world leaves its impression on us, and before we start having to figure out how we're going to survive, I think when we're very young, that is the love that exists between humans, and especially siblings as well. And then, as we get older and as life takes shape and has its influence, I think we lose that. So I think the title fits this work perfectly. I don't know if any of you guys have anything to say, but if you don't, we can continue and maybe read Miss Dew's words of inspiration as well.
I agree with like everything that you and Van said, and it almost wouldn't look out of place like in that sort of Renaissance period in like sort of like a Sistine Chapel. Like it would be kind of fits in with that at the same time. So yeah, just an incredible artwork, and really captured my imagination as well. And I'm grateful I got to see it.
It has that painting feel. But something that kind of brings it into today's world is that dripping technique that is going on in the background or from the roses. And I also like how she tied the colors. I feel like the colors are very spring-like, and they fit. They're very pure colors, right? When you say pure, you think of very pastel, very light. And so the colors fit the piece of work perfectly as well. And I do like the way she adorned it with all of the roses and the flowers. So a perfect piece that was has different elements combined. But when you hear the name of it, I think it all fits. Everything makes sense. So great job by Miss Dew. Yeah, excellent.
And just like the final thing I'd say on it, and then I'll tell you where you can find Miss Dew. But like you mentioned the watermark and how it feels like it's in water, but it reflects, doesn't it? The whole artwork reflects back on the viewer, I feel, and just sort of encourages those feelings that we've spoken about.
There's a lot to say about this piece, and especially for anyone who has a brother or sister or remembers these times, I'm sure that it evokes emotion from them as well.
Okay. Yeah. So where can you find Miss Dew? I guess is where we go next. You've shared her Linktree, but all of her artwork is on Linktree, and she shares a lot of stuff on Twitter or X as well. She regularly shares updates, projects, and new pieces, and her X account is where to see that first. Feel free to reach out to her for commissions or for collaborations. She's always excited to connect with others who share a passion for creativity. Fellow artists, a message to fellow artists is to never stop experimenting and always push the limits of your imagination. Art is a journey, not a destination, and every piece you create is a step toward discovering your unique voice. Keep creating, always stay curious, and trust your process.
Okay, awesome, excellent. Okay, guys, that was Miss Dew's artwork. We are going to bring up the next artwork for the next artist. And like you guys see here, you can find her on X. If you heard, this is, you know what, let me make sure I bring this up clearly for everyone. Because usually I do this on the other side. So let me, give me 1 second, guys, while yeah, that's it. That's what I want. I want this on here and this here. Okay. So, so you guys see clearly, this is Miss Dew, at Sun Moon 6906581. On here, you can find her Linktree. Her Linktree will lead you to her Instagram. Her Instagram is right here if you want to connect with her. Also on her Linktree, you will find more links to her art if you want to follow more of her art. You can find more of her art for sale on Salver, Arena, Exchange Art, Object, Foundation, Wallet Bubbles, as well as reach out to her. Her Hug is here. Her One Hub is here. I see OpenSea. I see Mallow, and I also see Nifty Gateway. So I see a lot of ways to follow her art as well as her. So definitely very easy to connect with her. Okay. Let me reset and let's bring up our next work of art by Alina, my co-host on TGIF. Okay, Alina, I actually know that Alina is I knew she was going to be unavailable the whole week. Unfortunate, but if you want to learn more about Alina, Alina and her wonderful husband are on they did a show, a HOP show together. I'm bringing up her work of art right now called Seed of Love. You can also find Alina on the very first, get this, so Alina was on the very first HOP community show. She was part of the HOP community show. We were the very first community to test. Sketch had showed up and started asking me if she wanted a way to bring the artists' attention in all of the communities. She said she felt really upset at the fact that she couldn't bring these artists more attention, and that only it's just the event would have taken so long to go through community leaders, artists, everything. And so thank you very much. I just got that link. There is a, do I have the right link? Do I have the right link? No, we'll have to look for this. Oh, it's on Foundation. Okay, I got it. Thank you very much for that help. So Alina can be found on not only a spotlight show, but she can also be found on the very first community show that we ever did to test and see if this would work. And now almost 19, no, maybe 20, almost 20 community shows later, here we are. So Alina is part of the founders of the community shows. We did the first one, so I thought that was just interesting to say. To me, it's interesting because Alina is a large part of HOP. It's a very close friend. And we also host spaces on TGIF on Fridays. And we've known each other a very long time. So, and interesting enough, Dave, I met Alina through Artistic Alliances. So it's a very small world in the NFT world. Okay, Dave, I have Alina's page up. I also have her work of art next to us from Foundation, Seed of Love. Why don't you take it away?
No, thank you very much. And you know, good people tend to end up congregating together in this space, Mark. That's what I've found out. To introduce Alina, I cannot pronounce her surname, and I am not going to butcher it when I don't know how to. So that's the first thing that I'm going to miss. But you know, check out Alina's piece of work. Make sure you're looking at it. She's known under the name of AnyMat on her socials, and she's an artist who blends traditional inspiration with modern techniques. She focuses on creating ethereal, surreal images that explore human emotions, nature, and the connection between them both. Using a combination of digital art and AI, she weaves together elements such as flowers, light, and intricate details to evoke a sense of otherworldliness. Her style often walks the line between realism and dreamlike abstraction, with an emphasis on depth, emotion, and storytelling. So that's Alina's introduction. And then we've got a section explaining the art, if you'd like me to go into that, Mark.
Yeah, go ahead. Take it. Yeah, definitely. Go ahead.
So the piece that we're looking at is titled Seed of Love. It symbolizes the delicate balance between nature and humanity. It draws inspiration from themes of renewal, growth, and the deep connection between the earth and the self. The image of a woman holding a glowing heart surrounded by lush greenery reflects the power of vulnerability and the essence of life. This piece was created using AI, Photoshop, and Lightroom. It was a natural choice for the gallery show because it aligns with the theme, offering viewers a visual meditation on life and emotion.
Okay. While we wait for Vanessa to return, I know she said she'll be back. We can talk about this work of art. So I know Alina very well. I know her art very well. And so just looking at this piece and knowing her style and knowing everything that she creates, I kind of feel like it represents Alina. Alina has a very big heart. And so I find it interesting how when the title, right, which is she's a very clever woman, Seed of Love, almost feels like she's taking her heart, which I feel is this this glowing source. It actually, I believe it actually is a heart. It looks like a heart, so I'm gonna say it is a heart. And then she's planting this heart in the ground. And then where does love come from? Obviously, our heart, right? And so the heart is the seed. And so I know the plant is love, but I'm curious to see what blooms from this seed. Being a person who plants, and I've raised coral on the coral. Yes, everybody heard that correctly. And I've also I have a big green room where I bring all my plants in after the summer is over. So my first thought is, what is going to bloom from this love? But clearly this seed is on fire. There's a lot of heat, a lot of radiant heat from this. And the style is, which seems like, knowing Alina and knowing her art and knowing her style, she has combined quite a few different mediums to create this piece, which I feel like I could pull apart, but I wouldn't want to do that without Alina here because I would want that confirmation. But it seems like maybe, it's in the dark part of this forest where a little light is shining through. And maybe this heart is going to bring light to this dark part of the forest. But obviously we have some vegetation growing, so there is the ability for love to grow here. Those are my thoughts when I take a look at Alina's work of art. Dave, I don't know if you want to join me on the thoughts here.
Yeah, for sure. It's almost fey-like, isn't it? It's got this kind of like fairy, kind of fairy
Oh,
feel.
wait, Dave. What? Oh, I'm sorry, Dave. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you. That's me. That's my end. Go ahead. Continue.
I think the message that it gives to me is that you've got to nurture. Like you can plant a seed of love if you want, but it's not going to grow into anything unless you nurture that and look after it. And that's the sort of powerful message I get from this piece of work. And it's very captivating. Another incredibly captivating piece of work, and it just draws the eyes. And there's a power and a vulnerability, like she says in the woman planting the seed of love at the same time. Like she's giving a part of herself to the forest and to the love. But yeah, I think I could much like all of the pieces of art, I could talk about this one for a long time, and it's probably not that fair to do it without Alina here, like you said.
Yeah, it's sometimes it's tough, to speak about someone's art, especially when the artist themselves is not here, because you would love to hear their perspective on the work of art as well, because they obviously they created it, they named it, and you could hear it. But I'm just gonna go ahead and guys, this is her work of art on Foundation. And apparently, this work of art has been picked up by Journeyist. So congratulations to Alina on that. And I'm going to open this up a little bit bigger, guys, so you can get a really good look at it. Okay. Dave, do we have anything else to read for Alina?
Yeah, just the places where we can find her. So you can find her on any social media platform, such as X, under any Mat NFT. That's ANYMAT NFT. She believes in the power of creativity to transcend boundaries, and her advice to fellow artists is to stay true to your unique vision, to embrace your journey, and to not be afraid to experiment. Every piece, no matter how small or large, adds to your growth. So create fearlessly and let your passion guide you. A similar message from all of our artists tonight, it seems, Mark, which is, it's nice to hear that as well, this kind of, coming together with similar ideas around the theme.
Dave, it's funny that you actually say that, because I often think, have you ever seen those videos where they edit them and they give everybody almost, I don't want to say the same script, but when you see it edited, it looks like they're all saying the same thing. I have oftentimes thought to myself, I'd love to take all of these inspirational speeches from all the hours of power and put them together and cut them. Not that everybody said the same thing, but that everybody sent and said the same message. And the same message is to never give up. Don't allow anybody to have any control over your art. And believe in yourself, and there's a big resonation that, that resonating message comes from a lot of different artists all over the world, but all have the same message. And, in the beginning, it was just something that I said off the top of my head, but then the messages started becoming so true and so crisp that I started asking every artist that. To close, with some words like that. And it's amazing how the messages resonate with each other, and it's funny that you said that, because I think that a lot of times. I never think that it's one person watching another person. I really do feel that a lot of artists have experienced the art world, the art life, and it takes a lot of effort. And a lot of us have gone through it, and we've all. A lot of artists have experienced the same feelings, and so see the ones that come out on top share the same message. I don't think that's a fluke, and I don't think it's something. I don't think one person looked at somebody and I'm going to say that. Like, I don't think that. I think a lot of artists share and resonate, which is why we all ended up in spaces, talking to each other. And connecting to each other, and ended up being friends 3.5, 4 years later. And like you said, I think the genuine ones hung around and found each other now, and I feel like the art world within the NFT world is so much stronger because a lot of the noise filtered out, and then everybody was able to find each other and concrete and now build from that foundation. Do we have did Vanessa come back? I don't know if Vanessa jumped back.
I'm
I'm
not sure
here.
if she's
Oh,
back.
okay.
Oh, she
Okay.
is.
Okay. Awesome. Vanessa, you want to take a couple minutes and talk about or why you curated this piece?
Yes, of course. So again, going back to the other artworks, I wanted to represent love in different ways, from like pure love, self love, the love that we give others, couple love. So this is like kind of representation of like your own love that you can give, and how you can also be reborn and learn how to like love yourself again. So yeah, this is a very beautiful artwork, and I'm also very into like the portrait. And when it comes to portraits, right? Or it's like I want to be able to evoke an emotions, and you can kind of definitely see it from this artwork that is evoking an emotion, and it's coming from the heart. So I guess it's like, you can take that pain and transform it as well into like self-love.
I would like to know from Alina if this heart came from her or if she purchased this seed from somewhere else. That I'm curious about. Where did this heart seed come from? Yeah, and I love pieces that evoke the imagination as well. Not only emotion but imagination, because I now need to know what is going to grow from this heart seed, which is obviously love. But I want to know what this plant looks like. So, okay. Dave, do we have did we cover everything? Do we have anything left? We read her inspirational words. Yeah.
Yeah, everything's been read that Alina sent us.
Okay. Okay, guys. So to find Alina, very easy. You can find her at AnyMat NFT, ANYMAT NFT. This is her X account, which we have up as well. We're gonna bring up her link tree. Yeah, we're gonna bring up her link tree. Hang on. We'll bring up her link tree. Okay. This is her link tree. You can only find her on X. Yeah, let me just do this real quick so you guys can see everything. Okay, hang on one second. I gotta make sure I get all the links in here. Okay, this is her. Once again, guys, this is her X, so you can see it. This is AnyMat NFT, ANYMAT NFT.com. Over here is her link tree. You can find her on Drip. I know she pours a lot of her heart into Drip. You can check her out on Drip. Access Protocol. You can find work on Base, on Object. Over here are her collections as well as exchange art. And also, I would imagine that the best way to contact her would be through X. Okay. Let us bring up our last work of art. And congratulations on your sale, Alina. Okay, let's close this out and let's see. Our last artist up that we need to speak about is Carlos. Love is a human right. Okay, this is Carlos's work of art. Let me bring this up. I'm going to make this bigger. Okay, Carlos, let me bring you up on this side. Okay, this is Carlos's page. Excellent. Okay, we have everything set and ready to go. Let me change these back around so that we're good to go. Okay, awesome. Carlos's thing is up. Yeah, we're good here. We're good there. Okay. Dave. I have Carlos's work of art up right now. Love is a Human Right. His page is to the left, his work is to the right, and why don't you take it away?
Yeah, so this is Carlos. He's an AI crypto artist specializing in various different AI techniques. His work is deeply inspired by the beauty of the world around him. But more than that, he uses his art as a platform for inclusivity, equality, and fair treatment. He believes art has the power to spark meaningful conversations and social change. Over the years, his artwork has been exhibited in places like New York City, Bali, and Los Angeles, and he's honored to be part of this Super Community Gallery exhibition. His art often reflects themes of interconnectedness, identity, and justice, using vibrant, captivating visuals that engage viewers on both an emotional and an intellectual level. Would you like me to go straight into the explanation of the art as well, Mark?
Sure. Yeah. Go ahead. Definitely, Dave. Thank you.
So this is Love is a Human Right. It's a rainbow silhouette of two men embracing. He created this work when same-sex marriage was being attacked by the courts as a response to the injustice and discrimination faced by the LGBTQ+ community. He wanted to make something that stood as both a symbol of love and as a statement of resistance. The rainbow hues represent diversity, strength, and unity, while the silhouetted figures embrace to show love in its most human and universal form. He felt this piece was perfect for the Linked by Love theme because it speaks directly to the idea that love, regardless of gender, race, or background, connects us all. Love is not a privilege, it's a right, and this artwork stands as a reminder of that truth.
Okay. So a couple things. Interesting how you can, a lot of times they speak about aura, the aura on someone, or the aura that's coming off someone, and I feel like that this is this work of art, right? When these two humans are in the same vicinity, that energy that stems from between them, this is all the energy that their aura, right? And a lot of people say, oh my God, your aura is blue, or your aura is purple, or your aura is orange. To me, and not only that's coming off them, but you could see within the humans the chemical reaction of the energy as well. And so I find it interesting that I think it was, I don't know if you ever remember, or I don't know how far you guys go back, but mood rings, right? Mood rings, or they used to call them freezy freakies. They were gloves, and they didn't have a design on them, but when you when you would apply heat to them, the colors would change. Or sometimes you see the coffee mugs, right, where they're completely clear, but then when you pour a hot liquid into it, the hot liquid will bring out the design or change the design of the cup. And so love here is changing the chemistry and the energy and the design of the human being, where the aura is in flare and flying off, and it's, you could feel the emotions that are evoked from both of them being or having the feelings, or both of them being. And then obviously the choice of colors were spot on as well to really bring his message home. I also have it on Rarible, but I want to give you guys a chance to speak about it before I bring that up as well. And I will do that as you guys speak about it. So go ahead, Dave. I don't know if you have any thoughts on the piece, but go ahead.
I think the contrast versus the background of what could potentially be society and how it potentially views different versions of love is something that stands out to me. So that like kind of bright and vibrant colors that Carlos spoke about in his description versus that stark and bleak background almost. like really highlights what's being celebrated by the work to me. And again, it's difficult to want to talk more about it without Carlos being here, because I don't want to put words in the minds of other people when it's his emotion that's created and made this artwork in the first place. But just another incredibly captivating piece that draws the eye. All 6 artworks have done that tonight. They really have. But yeah, this one is the colors just draw you in, or they draw me in anyway.
I think that's an excellent observation, Dave. The observation that you made as far as the background, right? Because life can oftentimes, and if you notice, I'll move my mouse. Where is it? If you notice, it's sort of, they have base colors, and their base colors are kind of dark and blue, very dark bluish. Also, maybe some purple. Maybe this guy's base color was purple and the other one was blue. But even more than that, you brought excellent awareness to the background, which is dark. And there's a little bit of light down at the bottom, but it's a very dark scene. And all of this color, is blowing up through this dark imagery, or this dark base of what they have, and their love for each other is what is exploding into color, not only through their bodies but off their bodies. I feel like we're actually looking I feel like we're looking through almost like an X-ray of what are they in the military? They have what do they call it? Heat. The goggles. They could sense heat when thermo. I don't have the word. I don't know the words, but I did thermal
imagery.
Thank you. Did you say thermal imaging?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So thermal imaging, I kind of felt like if we're, thank you. I feel like we're looking at them through thermal imaging, except we're seeing all of the emotion and feelings coming off them. So I thought that was a very, in a dark world, right? That doesn't, it might be very, I guess, cold to, everyone's thoughts and ideas, rather than being more open. But yeah. Vanessa, if you're out there, maybe you could speak a little bit about curating this piece.
Yes, of course. So, like, it has a good title, right? I think it fits perfectly with what's love, and it's universal. And I think we're living on a right time that people can express the love of that you have for each other. So it doesn't matter what your gender is. You're able to express freely the love. And this is like one of the reasons that I wanted like to create this artwork, because compared to the other ones, I think this kind of covers like love in general, right? Like it can be pure, it can be a conditional. It kind of doesn't matter who you love, right? As long as you feel good about it. And I really love the insight that you gave about like the auras and how it changes as well. I think it also represents like everyone, I guess, with it the aura. So yeah.
100%. Yeah. Everybody, I feel like this is a big mood ring, right? And everybody says when your mood changes, your colors change. But you could, a lot of times when people have said, you look so happy, you fall in love. And so, it's sometimes, especially when you're walking with someone that you really care about, that people will make comments. They will say, wow, you guys are really glowing, right? And essentially, that's what I feel this captures, that feeling, especially when you see two people excited about one another and the emotions that are evoked from it. Dave, do we have closing words from Carlos?
We do indeed. First of all, You can find Carlos's work on his website at carlos28355.art and on social media under Carlos28355. So I think that's his tag on most channels, if not all channels. And then his message for artists out there is to never be afraid to use your art to say something that matters. Art is a powerful tool for change, and the world needs your voice. Keep creating, keep pushing boundaries, and never doubt that what you make has the power to inspire and impact lives.
Carlos is a extremely colorful artist. A lot of emotion in his work. Okay, guys, this is his. You know what? Let me just put this back so we'll make sure we do this right. Okay. Oh, you know what? Let me say this real quick before we do this. So his artwork, which is on Rarible, and can be found on Rarible. I'm going to just share this right here. Okay, so the artwork, Love is a Human Right, is available on Rarible. 4 out of 15 available, which means 11 pieces have already sold. So 4 pieces left, and the sale ends in 176 days. So if you are a fan of this work of art, it is still available. Okay. Let me see here. Let me go and change this real quick. Let's make sure. Yes. Okay. You could find Carlos, like Dave said, at Carlos, CARLOS 28355. His website, which is carlos28355.art, he can also be found here. This is more of his works of art. Many, obviously, he has features, editions, minimalism, portraits, digital paintings, figurative abstract, expressionism, digital landscapes, and photography. As well, I think you could find his socials here as well, on Instagram. And then here is all of his sites down here. He has Foundation, OpenSea. I don't think Maker's Place is there anymore. And then also more, you can connect with him in his Discord, his X. So this is his Instagram. So there's plenty of places where you can connect with Carlos. Okay. I am going to briefly close up on the artists. Give me 1 second, guys, while I do that, and then we will come back to Dave, and we will close out on the show and say goodbye to everybody. Okay, let's go to the main camera. Need a new battery. Hang on 1 second, guys, while I change that battery. Double screen. And then we will bring these guys up. Yeah, okay, excellent. Give me 1 second while I do that. Ooh, okay. And yeah, let me switch back to the Sony so you guys can see what's going on. Don't be alarmed by the black screen. It's just these shows, when they hit 2 hours, we need a battery. Okay. There we go. All right. Yeah, good. We're all set. We're all back up. Let me make sure everything's good. Okay. All right, guys. So those are our featured artists from the Polygon community. You had a chance to check out all of their art. And 6 great artists, 6 great art pieces. And what we're going to do now is we're going to get back to Dave. We're going to show some. We have a link or two that we're going to show as well. And we're going to get some closing words out of Dave. We'll see if Vanessa has anything to say as well. And yeah, so let's not waste any time, but let's bring them back on as quick as we can. Okay, Dave, you're back up. And okay, I know you had a link or two, and I'm not sure if there is anything else that we would like to talk about. I know you have to close out with some inspirational words for us, but before we do, I know you want. Let me get to this. Okay. I'm going to bring up building the future. Yes? You want me to, is that the?
Yeah, that's an X community, and
Okay.
kind of one of these groups that's been built alongside with Polygon Alliance, and if you wanna connect with a load of builders, people that are excited about this space, that want to have a positive impact for individuals and for creatives, then Building the Future is a great community to check out.
Okay. Let me bring this up here. Hang on. Okay. I'm going to. Okay, guys. I'm bringing up Building the Future. Building the Future community. You guys can connect with them here. They're right here. Dave, real quick before we go to some closing words, some inspirational words, and then your closing song, I'm going to bring up this so everybody can see. Hang on. Dave, where can people reach out to you, find you, if they want to talk more, they want to become part of the Polygon Alliance? Check out I know you're also an artist as well. Maybe you could give them a way to contact you, find you.
Yeah, the best thing is to tag me on X. It really is to tag me with my handle or come to one of the spaces that I host at the moment. I work full time, my time's limited, and I don't have the staff or the man hours to necessarily be connected on the back channels of everything that's going on. So come catch me in one of my spaces Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 2 till 4 p.m. EST. The Monday and Wednesday ones are hosted from Building the Future, and the Friday ones are hosted by someone who supported me with the spaces, and we do a bit more of a DeFi talk. I'm active on X, but not necessarily in the DMs. They overwhelm me a little bit, so a tag or coming along to the spaces is the best way to connect with me. I'm also at things like the Women in Tech event, and I'm always willing and open to sharing thoughts and ideas. And if I've got time and availability, I'll support people where I can. So yeah, they're probably the best ways to connect with me for people who are interested. And just whilst I'm talking about myself a little bit, I've got a podcast that I host with my friend Jay that's very, very similarly themed to what we've talked about today, in terms of having an impact and creating open conversations and asking questions. And that's called Voice Notes Suck. That's a podcast that's recorded via voice notes on WhatsApp and then delivered. And we're exploring animating it now with our caricatures. I can't say that word apparently. But yeah, it's been a fascinating experience pushing that out there. And if you've got an opportunity to subscribe on YouTube or Spotify, to like or leave a comment, I'd really appreciate it.
Okay, what I'm doing right now. Oh, very nice YouTube page. Maybe I shouldn't show this. Sketch has been. Whew, she is. I gotta get my what do you call the cover art. Cover art up on I have to organize my page clearly a little bit better. She gives me a lot of I catch a lot of slack on that, but you have a very nice YouTube. I have your YouTube up of the podcast that you're speaking about right now. And I like it. I like the little cartoons. I like how you did this. Very nice job here. Guys, this is Dave's YouTube, Voice Notes Suck, which you could hear more of his podcast. You could subscribe to him. This is his. This is his hub, XYZ page, where you can find more of his links. You can find his X link, his Spotify, his YouTube as well, and then there's other links here as well that you can check out. And then I have his X as well. I have your X up as well. So this is your X as well. And then I'll ask you before I bring it up. Should I bring up the Polygon Alliance X page?
Yeah, bring up the Polygon Alliance X page by all means. The website is, I don't know why the website's down at the moment. I was desperately trying to figure that out before this show, but I am not as IT literate as I should potentially be in this space. And I was struggling to work out why it's not working. So that's something I'll be looking at over the coming days, probably the weekend when I get a chance to explore that properly.
Okay. All right, guys. So this is the Polygon Alliance page as well. And this is the website right here, which Dave will be working on. And you can find more about Polygon Alliance. And really quickly, Dave, if somebody wants to join, reach out to you, what's the best way to do that? I mean, do you run the Polygon page, right? So it's going to come to you there as well?
Yeah, as I say, a tag with my username is going to be the best way. You know, just sort of pushed for time all the time at the moment, and I don't want to miss a message. So just hit me with a tag in a post or reply to one of my posts if you want to have direct contact with me immediately. Otherwise, you might be waiting a moment or two for me to get back to you.
Okay. All right. All right, guys. So you heard him. Hit him on this page first. This is where you want to find him. Dave, I'm going to set the screen back, and we are going to get your closing words of inspiration. Give me 1 second while I reset everything and get things back to normal. And then we are going to ask you the last question of the show. So let's do this. Okay, Dave, congratulations on a very successful community show. You and Vanessa. Vanessa's a seasoned vet, but you, this is your first community show, and great community show, Dave. Put together, you and Sketch in the background. You guys did a great job putting together. In my opinion, I think every community show, it's always a nerve-wracking in the beginning, but when it gets to the end, and I get to give out that sigh, and I know we have had a wonderfully successful show talking about art, talking about projects, the future, Web3. Okay. Dave, closing words, final thoughts, perhaps, some inspirational words. So much inspiration in this show, but maybe you could close it up with some inspiration, some advice, maybe the way you did back in 2021. Go ahead, Dave. Why don't you take it from here?
I'll do my best, but first of all, just a massive thank you to all of the artists that have contributed. The artworks are all incredibly powerful. They show off the theme of love incredibly well. And Sketchlight, she's done an awesome job in getting this together and corralling us and making sure we're doing the right things at the right time. So yeah, just really, really thankful and grateful for all of the artists and for Sketchlight, for you and for Vans. The Women in Tech event is the thing that I really want to talk about, and this has had a huge impact on hundreds of people. 100 people were featured on billboards in Times Square last year. There's a book this time coming out for the artists and speakers that are going to be featured in. And it's just an incredibly powerful event. It's not just for females either. Whilst it's empowering women in the technology space, there are a lot of male people supporting the event too. So Vans is an absolute powerhouse. Make sure you're around on the 8th of March to check out that event and hear some of the panel sessions and see some of the artists that's been curated. And I think for me, you know, the power of creativity is in the individual. And like, please, if you're a creator, don't lose yourself to the FOMO, to the you know, the posting that you see, the clickbait, the quick wins. Like, continue building what you're passionate about and what you believe in, because artwork's about emotion, and it's about the emotion that can be evoked. And that emotion is put in when you create the art. Even if that's not what's seen by the viewer, like, it's the feeling is empowered by the emotion that's put in when it's created. And I think we've seen that tonight with the works that have happened. And yeah, please guys, don't lose sight of that, because I want to see more incredible artworks like this.
Dave, I want to say thank you very much for taking the time out and making this happen. Taking your time, creating a show with Sketch. Sketch really wanted to say thank you to all the artists and all of the communities for making the Super Community event such a successful event. And I'm glad we found a way how, and I'm glad I was able to help with that. And these community shows have been one bigger surprise than the next. I never thought that I would get a chance to meet and explore all of these communities. I didn't even know all these communities existed until we started doing this. And now having the chance to speak to over 20 communities and 6, 7, almost sometimes 8 artists per community. It's just a surprise with each and every community show that we do. So I appreciate the fact that you took the time out to make this happen. And I appreciate the fact that you guys, all the artists, all you guys got together and came on here and did it. I want to congratulate you on a very successful show, as well as the exhibition. And it's nice to know that, I didn't remember you from back in the day, but the minute you said it, then it dawned on me. I said, wait a second, that's how I know this guy. So it's funny because it's like, oh, he's been here all this time working along too. Had a chance to meet briefly back in 2021. And then now here we are getting a chance to officially meet. Small world, how everything comes full circle. I want to say congratulations on everything. And it's going to be great watching the future and how everything evolves and how your community progresses. On that note, I have one last question left for you guys, Dave. We need a song to close on. And the artist always gets to pick the song. And so the community always gets to pick the song. So any thoughts on that song?
Did you get a chance to find the Women in Tech song by MIDI Punks when Vance said it earlier on? Did you have that to hand? Perfect. That's the one. I think MIDI Punks might be coming on some point soon, and you should definitely be tuning into that episode. That one's going to be phenomenal. Songs and Prism are wonderful people.
Okay. Songs was actually featured on the show, so we have them. But I know the song that you are referring to. Also, I think Vanessa had brought it up as well. I do have that song, and we will play out on that song, and we will play out on it as all you guys wave goodbye. Vanessa, real quick, any closing words?
I want to say thank you again for having us here, for all the artists that join us, for always providing an amazing show. Save the day for March 8th to celebrate with us International Women's Day. That's a big day, so hope to see you all there.
Awesome. Okay. Guys, I need 2 minutes just to close out the show, and I will be right back, so don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. In front of the computer in 2 seconds. I don't waste a lot of breath on this. I get to the point and I'm off. Okay, so guys, Polygon Alliance. You got a chance to meet Polygon Alliance right now. Dave, who has put together Polygon Alliance, has been running for 3.5 years. I think it's maybe 4. 2021 with 2020, about 3.5 years. So it's safe to say that Dave has been here grinding through the good and the bad. And so I think that says a lot about him. And usually personalities translate through their alliances. So got a great chance to learn about them, their showcased artists. What a good time. So one last chance, if you want to find Dave, you can find them at Dave, DAVC_S. That's his personal page, his artist page, as well as his hub for his podcast. Also at Polygon Alliance, at POLYGON_ALLIANCE. Which is his community page. Okay. On that note, what else? the end of the week. We have Anuda coming on our Friday Spotlight show. So looking forward to that. I do believe Anuda is going to be a great guest. Those alerts will go up soon. I think it'll be a 9 to 11 a.m. show like normal. And then TGIF, our space on Fridays with my co-hosts Sun and Alina. You guys can catch us chopping it up. It's just a space where we all hang out and chill, and we go over, just thoughts. We all get in there and drop our thoughts about the NFT world, art, and a lot of other different things. We just it's just friends getting together, keeping in touch, sharing our day, our week, and yeah. So on that note, guys, that's the end of the week, and I will see all you guys on Friday for those shows. So till then, it's it's Wednesday. It's every day is a great day to create art, guys. We're gonna close out now. We're gonna say goodbye to these guys. We're gonna close out on their Women in NFT song, and yeah, we'll say goodbye to them one last time, and let's get over here and do that. All right. Oh, okay. Vanessa, real quick. I thought I left it open, but I might have not. Where was that track?
Let me go ahead and send a quick message actually to Google Drive that has like a longer, cleaner version. So
Okay, great.
doing that right now. Give me a second.
We didn't have this track when we did our show, right? She's probably busy. Let me check. I have the folder. Let me just take a peek. No, we didn't have it. Okay. All right. All right, hang in there, guys, while we do this, while we bring this last thing in, and while we bring this last track in. We'll get everybody geared up and ready to say goodbye. See, let me see if Sketch is in the box. Oh, and in the meantime, we'll say hello to everybody. Well, Linked by Art is here. What's up, Pega? Thank you, Pega. Let me say goodbye to all you guys in the box. All right, Linked by Art. Thank you for stopping in. Thank you for joining. Sketch. Thank you for joining. It's good to see you. Good show, Sketch. Good job. Sketch, the hardest working person in I've never met anybody who works harder than her. I could say that wholeheartedly. She gets the job done. Okay, let me just go through. Pega, good to see you. Thank you for joining in. Thank you for stopping in. Mafa, great video. Good job with that. Wish you were here, but you guys did a great job on that video. Zal, thank you for dropping in. Appreciate you for joining. Who else? We got everybody. Let's see. Pega, Mafa, Linked by Art. Okay, yeah, I think we got everybody. Okay, awesome show, guys. And then let's jump over real quick to IG in case we had anybody jumping in over there. Let's really quick say hello to everybody on IG because I know you guys are active over on my IG. Let's bring that up too. Hang on while I do that.
Marc, Vanessa shared the song in the group.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. Hang on, guys, while let's check IG really quick. Let's see who's over here. Okay, Photo Express. Thank you for dropping in. Appreciate it. Pega was over here. Asia. Thank you for stopping in. All right, Pete, thank you for stopping in. Brooklyn, thank you for stopping in. John, good to see you. Thank you for stopping in. Rama, hello, Rama. Thank you for stopping in. Arzu, good to see you. Thank you for stopping in. Safana, thank you for stopping in. Oshira, thank you for stopping in. Arzu, I saw some of your art down over on IG. Great job over there. Bub Raider, yeah, I got this right. Bub Raider, Yes, thank you for stopping in. Let me put something more interesting on this screen while we're talking. Before we bring these guys up to say goodbye. Aleha. Thank you for stopping in. Hands, thank you for stopping in. Ahmad, thank you for stopping in. Tom, good to see you. Thank you for stopping in. DJ Stevie M, thank you for stopping in. Tag along, thank you for stopping in. Maj Damata, thank you for stopping in. Aaliyah, good to see you. Thank you for stopping in. Hammy, thank you for stopping in. And Art of Nafas, thank you for stopping in. Good to see you guys. Hope you enjoyed the show. Okay, on that note, let's get this track up. And let's see, Polygon. Okay, we have it. Excellent. Excelente. Okay, let me bring this up, open this. All right. So before we play out, we're going to get everybody to come back on. This is that time, guys. You want to come off mic? It's okay. Everybody can come off mic. I need you guys to all come off mic because I need you guys to all say goodbye.
We lost Vans, so I'll say goodbye on behalf of Vans. The meeting booted her out.
Let me, yeah, good. Let me take you off pin so everybody's here. Okay. All right, guys. Last chance to say goodbye to everybody.
Thank you again, everyone. I appreciate you all. It's been awesome. And yeah, hopefully I'll see you all soon.
Thank you for the great show live. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Dave, Joanne, all of you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mark, Dave, Elham, Vanessa, and all of my friends. Thank you so much and good night.
You guys are welcome. Very good job. San, that mic, wow, I don't know what headphones that is. That's the best microphone I've ever heard on a headset ever. Usually those mics sound terrible, but that's a good mic. All right, guys. It's a pleasure having you guys. We're going to hit the track. We're going to play out, and we're going to show some of your art, and we'll see you in Web3, guys.
The women in tech. The women in tech. Network and learn and showcase the power. Women in tech, rising up higher. The virtual museum, a place where the dreams ignite. The women in tech.
Yes, I am Vance, a woman in tech, from the metaverse to 10 square line. 4 years trans, we're reaching new heights, where stories not told and pages that shine.
Women in tech will rise and shine, building games in space and time. Knowledge fuels the fire inside, we stand, we lead, turn the tide.
Hi, I'm Kat, a dreamer, a spark, painting the future, igniting the dark. Stories in motion, from canvas to screen, crafting a world both bold and unseen.
Empowering others, their voices soar. We're women in tech, opens the door. Network and learn and showcase the power. Women in tech, rising up higher. The virtual museum, a place where the dreams ignite. The women in tech.
A woman in tech, igniting the spark. Era X Lab creates in spatial, leaving her mark.
NFTs aren't codes, they usually are. Us women in tech, we sharpen our minds, we sense our eyes, don't mess with our smarts, innovating and shaping the blockchain.
From the first time you see us, we smile to you. And through the moment, we fly to the moon. Science and art, love and desire, limitless power, fueling the fire, blossoms of life, universe shape tonight. ما خیلی باحالیم. Network and learn and showcase the power. Women in tech, rising up higher. The virtual museum, a place where the dreams ignite. The women in tech.
L-Design's aid, healing energies, spreading across the frequencies through physical and digital transformations, avatars, worlds, wearable creations, showing them how we deep seek, make the new. Women in tech, that's a dream come true.
The women in tech, you know you want
is. That was a damn good show. See everybody on the next one. Till then, peace. And don't forget to create art.